The Gospel of John, chapter 2. Today we're diving into a story that showcases transformation, faith, and a glimpse into divine timing. Picture yourself at a joyous wedding celebration, a gathering filled with laughter, music, and the excitement of a new beginning. Suddenly, a crisis emerges, threatening to turn the festivity into a fiasco. It's in this moment that someone steps in and completely turns the situation around in the most miraculous and unexpected way. This is the essence of the Gospel of John, chapter 2, where Jesus performs his first recorded miracle by turning water into wine. Now, as we explore this chapter, we'll uncover valuable lessons about trust, obedience, and the power of transformation in our own lives. We're going to see how God can turn ordinary situations into extraordinary blessings, and how divine timing can lead to miracles. Let's journey together through this remarkable story and discover how these lessons apply to our own lives today. The wedding at Cana. This chapter begins with a wedding celebration in the town of Cana, attended by Jesus, his mother Mary, and his disciples. Weddings were significant social events, bringing families and communities together. The fact that Jesus was invited shows that he was part of everyday life and enjoyed being present during moments of joy and celebration. Now think about this. This setting is a reminder that Jesus is not just interested in our problems and struggles, but also wants to be present in our celebrations and daily moments. It encourages us to invite him into all aspects of our lives, both the big, joyful events and the small, ordinary ones. When we welcome him into our lives, we open ourselves up to unexpected blessings. The problem: running out of wine. So, as the wedding festivities continue, a serious problem arises. The hosts run out of wine. Now, in the culture of that time, this would have been a huge embarrassment and a sign of poor hospitality. Mary, the mother of Jesus, notices the issue and brings it to Jesus' attention, saying, "They have no more wine." Now, if you think about this, running out of wine symbolizes the moments when we find ourselves running low, whether it's energy, joy, resources, or even hope. It represents those times when we face a situation beyond our control, and we feel we have nothing left to offer. Now, Mary's action teaches us an important lesson. When faced with a problem, we should bring it to Jesus first. She doesn't tell him what to do. She simply states the problem, trusting that he will handle it. This shows faith and reliance on God's ability to intervene. Mary's faith and Jesus' response. When Mary brings the problem to Jesus, he responds, "Woman, why do you involve me? My hour has not yet come." Now, this may sound like a refusal, but Mary understands that Jesus is not saying no. He is hinting at the importance of divine timing. Despite this, she tells the servants, "Do whatever he tells you," demonstrating her unwavering faith in his ability to resolve the situation. You know, sometimes it may feel like our prayers are not being answered, or things aren't happening as quickly as we want. Jesus' response teaches us about patience and the importance of timing. Even when we don't see immediate results, we should maintain faith, just as Mary did. She trusted that Jesus would act at the right moment, and her simple instructions to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you," encourages us to be ready to follow God's lead, even if we don't understand the plan. The miracle: water turned into wine. So, nearby, There were 6 large stone water jars, each holding 20 to 30 gallons. These were used for ceremonial washing. Jesus tells the servants to fill these jars with water, and they fill them all the way to the brim. He then instructs them to draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet. When the master tastes it, he discovers that the water has been miraculously turned into wine, and not just any wine, the best wine of the entire event. So, if you think about this miracle highlights several important themes. First, it shows that Jesus has the power to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. Water, a simple and common element, is turned into fine wine, a symbol of celebration, joy, and abundance. This transformation represents how God can take the ordinary parts of our lives and turn them into something really special, beyond what we could have ever imagined. Additionally, the fact that the jars were filled to the brim emphasizes that God's blessings are not limited. When He gives abundantly. And this story also teaches that miracles often happen when we step out in faith and obedience, even when we don't see the full picture. The servants did as they were told, and their act of obedience led to a miracle. The importance of quality. The master of the banquet is amazed at the quality of the wine, saying, "Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best till now." Now this was contrary to social norms, where the best was usually served first, and lesser quality wine was brought out later. And this verse speaks to the nature of God's blessings. While the world often gives its best at the beginning and then offers less, God saves the best for last. This principle applies to various aspects of our lives as well. Sometimes we may feel like our best days are behind us, but God often has something greater in store that we just haven't seen yet. And it's a reminder with God that the best is yet to come. His timing ensures that we receive blessings exactly when we need them. We should never lose hope, for God's plan for us is often better than we can envision for ourselves. So the story of Jesus turning water into wine at the wedding in Cana is more than just a miracle. It's a powerful lesson about transformation, faith, and divine timing. Through this event, we see that Jesus cares about every aspect of our lives, and He is willing to step in and bring joy, even when we are faced with challenges. We learn that when we face difficulties, we should bring them to God, trust in His timing, and be willing to act in obedience, even when we don't fully understand the plan. This act of faith opens the door for God to work in ways that surpass our imagination. So, as you go about your day, I encourage you to think about the water in your life, those areas that feel ordinary, inadequate, or lacking. Remember, God can transform those very things into something extraordinary if you're willing to invite Him into the situation, trust Him, and follow His lead. Like the water jars that were filled to the brim, your life has the potential to overflow with blessings, joy, and purpose. All you need to do is bring your concerns to Him, trust Him, and take that step of obedience. So, let this story from the Gospel of John, chapter 2, inspire you to see every moment, every challenge, and every opportunity as a chance for God to bring about something beautiful. Whether it's transforming a situation, a relationship, or even your own heart, know that with God, the best is always yet to come. Thank you for joining me today, and may your life be filled with the abundance of God's blessings now and always. Thanks, friends. I'll be back tomorrow to discuss the Gospel of John, chapter 3. I can't wait to see you. Take care.